Hello and welcome back. I'm Joshua Barnes and you're watching NewsX World. Let's first take a look at our top stories. France defends its decision to recognise a Palestinian state amidst domestic and international criticism. France's foreign minister argues that the decision goes against Hamas as it stands for a two-state solution. Delegations from Iran and the E3 nations of Germany, France and the UK have arrived ahead of diplomatic talks on Iran's nuclear activity. The E3 leaders have threatened snapback UN sanctions amid nuclear tensions following Iran's 12-day war with Israel and then US intervention. Thailand says that the number of civilians evacuated from its border with Cambodia has risen to 138,000. Meanwhile, clashes continue as tensions remain high. The UN's rights chief has slammed Britain's ban on activist group Palestine Action as a misuse of the UK's counter-terrorism law. They have further asked the Starmer government to rescind its move. The Kremlin says that it is unlikely that a peace deal on the war in Ukraine will be completed in 30 days. This comes as Ukraine says a global Starlink outage has hit its military communications as peace efforts continue to stall. The Philippine Supreme Court has blocked an impeachment trial against Sara Duterte. The vice president was accused of misusing public funds and threatening to kill President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. by the lower house of the Philippine Parliament. US media reports suggest that Fed Chair Jerome Powell is privately adamant on serving out his full term, despite a continued dispute with President Donald Trump. The US leader made jibes at Powell in person and has publicly spoken out about wanting to fire the Fed chief. Saudi Arabia has signed off on a $6.4 billion deal with Syria to rebuild infrastructure, telecoms and the economy following the ousting of Bashar al-Assad. International efforts have stepped up as Syria works to recover from more than a decade of civil war. We start this hour as British